boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 them three. Over.
I wanted to, because apparently nobody else is going to do this, right? I wanted to congratulate you.
Oh.
I wanted to congratulate you on your nomination for Pundit of the Year. Everybody.
Thank you.
Because nobody else is going to do it, J Bell.
I mean,
I've sat here and I watched you work tirelessly.
Thank you, brother.
Put in so much efforts. You have elevated yourself to the stratosphere of the top pundits in the United Kingdom, J Bell. And everything that you are getting, you deserve. Now, the question I have for you is, how was the event yesterday? How was that?
Oh, well, this is quite interesting. Thank you for that, and thank you for allowing me to copy all your good stuff and use it over and over again like it's my own material, and
fine.
You never calling me out.
No,
Appreciate that.
We're good to go.
Use that on different networks all the time. Catchphrases, all that.
Yeah.
That being said, I was, the award show was last night.
Yeah, it was last night.
Last night.
How was it? You didn't tell me how it was.
Yeah, because I wasn't there. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I wasn't there. I woke up.
You weren't where?
I didn't get a ticket.
You didn't get a ticket to what?
I didn't get a ticket to the award show.
To the award show you were nominated for, J Bell? How is that? How is that a possibility? How is that a possibility, Jason?
Bro, I did. No one gave me a ticket.
So they said,
and I
said, yo, you could win this award,
Hey,
but you can't come.
Let me tell you how in shock. Okay, so I have Teal, who runs our stuff for us. Shout out to Teal. She's searching, looking. Hey, is this happening? So I wake up yesterday and I'm looking at Twitter and I see the award show, sports journalism award show, and I'm like, they're talking about it like the show was last night. And I'm thinking,
it can't be like
this must be the last year's show, right? I'm like, you know, I don't even know this is happening.
Yeah.
So I send a message to Laura, because Laura's up for an award.
Okay.
And she goes, yeah, you gonna be there? And I was like, nah, Laura ain't gonna be there. And Laura's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'll hit you back. Come to find out, I guess the network that put me up for the award, I don't even have a ticket. Hey, you know what's funny though?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's funny. And I don't even trip on this. Like, our show couldn't be in the awards because we changed channels and all that. But, you know, we're usually always there. Shout out to the team, because we always get tickets, right? But this is what's funny. I'm up for an award. I'm not invited. But I'm looking at Twitter to see, you know, who wins. I'm following because I'm not there. And I see people posting there, everything, all kind of people I know. Just everybody. They ain't up for no awards. This is great. Look at this. This award show. Wow. Guess where my ass was?
At the crib.
So the moral of the story is, it ain't about you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's crazy.
I didn't get invited, bro. But you know what's funny about that? Remember, I will say the NFL has gotten better at this to some extent. Well, the NFL is good because they do their own stuff. But back in the day, for those that didn't play in Super Bowls like myself, you'd go to a Super Bowl and it wasn't about the players.
Yeah.
It was about everybody else. I mean, as a player, you be trying to get into the party, they'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
You like, what is this?
This is the Super Bowl.
This is our thing. Now the NFL has so many events now for players and does a good job with that. There's plenty of stuff to do. But back in the day, I don't think it was like that. That's kind of how this felt.
Yeah, I got you. But you know, in all fairness, not in all fairness, because there's nothing fair about that. But at the end of the day, somebody else won the award.
Yeah,
right? Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't really like going to awards that we're not going to win.
No, that's true.
You know, because if you don't win, you're sitting there, you're looking around, and then you got to give the fake. You gotta sit back. Start drinking.
Then you start drinking. then you know you don't gotta talk to nobody. You get turned up. You like, just in case I gotta say something, let me chill out.
So it all worked out in the end. What would have been a disaster is if you would have won.
Oh my God.
You were there. And the winner is Jason Bell.
Hey, I guarantee you they would have found, they'd have been like, is he here?
Is he here?
There would have been a level of concern before that. Like, we'll make sure he has a ticket. Man,
ridiculous, man.
That was different, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you start thinking too highly of yourself,
they humble you, huh?
Oh.
They bring you back down.
They let you know.
Yeah.
They let you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, the reason I would have wanted to be there is that it would have represented the NFL.
Yep.
You know,
1000%.
in the whole show, it was the one thing that said NFL, you know, pundit of the year up there, but for the NFL. And that's why we do everything, man. We see the bigger picture of team, but I didn't get that chance because of I'm
very disappointed.
The people that put me up for the award didn't give me a ticket.
That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard,
bro. They didn't. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The disrespect has to stop.
I mean, listen.
It has to stop.
It has to stop.
Yeah.
We got something for him. You know, send me some shots out on Twitter to how would you handle the disrespect? Hashtag how would you handle the disrespect? Let me know what I shouldn't do, but I want to know what you think.
We're good. Are you gonna have some of these?
I am. Let's tell everybody what we got first of all.
I brought in some of these donuts. There's like how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 12 of them in here.
But Osi,
a dirty dozen.
What's great about it is I looked at it and I asked you, did you have one?
No.
And you told me about the seal.
Yeah.
It's still sealed. Oh my gosh, Simon can't wait to open these.
Open those up.
Oh my gosh.
Of course.
That's why Simon wanted to get napkins.
Yep.
Does anybody want coffee?
Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Knock yourself out. But yeah, I brought those in. Yeah, of course, 100%. I brought those in for everybody to eat. But I don't put that poison in my body. I don't put that poison inside my body, J-Bell. No, thank you. Those are for you guys.
Oh my God.
I
don't put that poison in my body, but it's for you all.
For you all.
Enjoy yourself.
No, I'm kidding, man. I love those donuts. Man. Those are my favorite. It's just. I can't have those today because my day that I would eat that is on Sunday. And
so what do you mean? So you don't eat any of these a day? Why not?
No, on Sunday, literally Sunday, I would eat all
the
of
whole
them.
thing.
Yeah.
That's your cheat day.
That's my cheat day.
Which
Sunday's
one can
my
I
cheat
eat?
day.
Which one doesn't have filling, Osi?
The round ones, the sugar ones.
This
those
one?
ones. Yeah, no, the plain ones. They don't have filling in them.
Oh, Chris,
exactly.
That's it. So this one with this little drizzle, I can eat.
Yeah, that one doesn't have filling in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
those ones don't have any.
I have to. Thank you, Will, to throw. I have to eat one of these, even though I don't put this kind of poison in my body.
There you go. Oh, Chris, you know you want that. You know.
Oh my God. Do you see Simon? He's like, bring it back.
I know.
Here, take this, Simon. Man, did you eat today, Simon?
No, he hasn't eaten anything. He's gonna enjoy that.
Oh, you haven't had one yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
my
that's
bad,
the
Simon.
That's the one. That's the one. The chocolate.
My bad,
one.
Simon. I didn't know you didn't have one yet.
Is it good? I like to live vicariously through people. Tell me, is it good, Simon? That's a good one. Is it still? It's fresh, right? It's because the guy told me they just made him today. Now I bought him at the train station, and if he's lying, I can. I'm going right back there to tell him about himself. So it's fresh. It's fresh. It's a fresh one.
Don't tell me where you bought them.
Okay.
Because it feels so right.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
Just let me soak in. I can smell them too. They're so fresh.
I can't wait for this sugar high to kick in.
Oh my goodness gracious! I'm so excited.
Because I don't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah,
I've already been disrespected.
This is. I promise you, they're not going to do that again.
They're
not going to do that again. No, it's not going to happen.
This is
again.
respect.
Yes. This is how I feel about you guys today, man.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
How to be a true leader.
The temperature. You got to know the temperature of what's going on. Yeah. You got to know.
That right there, that was leadership. Those donuts?
Yeah. You're going to know that somebody respects you in here. You're going to know, J Bell.
I feel it.
Yeah.
And that's why that's why this place is so great.
Yeah.
And I missed it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That was good.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Mm-hmm.
I can actually see the drool coming out of Chris and Will's mouth. They're like, I cannot wait for these two to shut up so I can dig in to those Krispy Kremes.
Oh my gosh, that is.
Get in my belly.
We need to have more of these in the podcast.
I got you.
So the off season is every 2 weeks. So fortnightly.
Yep.
Is that what that's what that word means?
Yeah, fortnightly.
Mm-hmm. So fortnightly, Krispy Kremes are the equivalent. That's sustainable.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying you got to buy them. I'm just saying, like, for our dietary requirements.
I'll bring something in like this. You know Ben's cookies? You ever had Ben's cookies?
No.
Ben's cookies? You never had Ben's cookies? They come in like a tin sometimes.
Did you ever
ridiculous.
bring them around?
I brought them in before.
Then I've had them.
Yeah, Ben's. Next time I'll bring in Ben's and all kinds of good things, man. I wish we could like shoot this on a Sunday so I can show you guys how I really get down.
Tell me your Sunday setup.
Ooh, okay, good. So that's what I do. Now, it depends on how big I'm going to go, right?
Okay.
Now, if I'm going to go like mega large, that means I have to go play soccer in the morning.
Okay.
Right?
Sunday.
And so I don't eat nothing till like 12 o'clock.
Ooh.
Boom. I'm just burning.
Counting them on the watch?
On the watch. I know. So I try to hit like around 2,000 calories.
Burned.
Ooh.
That's aggressive.
And then I come in. And then I was like, Layla, let me get one of those coffees. She's like, do you want the coffee with love? I'm like, yes.
What does that?
Coffee with love is just a little bit of coffee and a whole can of condensed milk.
Oh my God, Layla, that's funny.
That's coffee with love. So that's how I start my day. A whole can of condensed milk and a spoon of coffee. And so I'm already, the 2,000 calories I burned, it's in that coffee. That's just the beginning.
I wasn't ready for that.
Movie theater.
Okay.
Movie theater. Chocolate covered peanuts. Large popcorn, sweet and salty, right?
Okay.
All of that.
Okay.
Boom. Caramel chews. Boom.
Ooh.
Boom. All of that. And the movie's usually like 2. So I go to the movie from 2 to 4, right? So I've had all of that. So I'm like,
your go.
But the sugar doesn't fill you up.
No.
Just gives you that little
pep.
just a bunch of sugar, boom, 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 boom. Then I go to the movie theater. Not to the movie theater, then I go to the dinner, the restaurant, right? And that's where it really goes down, J Bell. That's when I start to get my proteins in, my ribs, my chicken fried, the steaks, all of that good stuff, French fries, and then maybe some broccoli, because life is about balance.
Yeah.
You gotta have a little. You gotta have a little broccoli in there. So that's usually how my Sundays usually go, bro. It's incredible.
You gotta have a little balance.
It's all about balance, bro. All about balance. Yeah.
And then you fast until the next day. At what time do you eat?
Oh, it's not over, because then we go home and then we get the Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Oh. Yeah, and then we lay down, and then I just lay down like this. And then Layla just feeds me ice cream.
No,
I swear to God, like a baby. Like she feeds a little baby. That's how she feeds me ice cream. Because it's a whole week of just work, grind, So Sunday, she's like, I got you.
Yeah,
she just takes care of me. Yeah. She just takes care of me.
That's why you ready on Monday.
Good to go.
You are.
Good to go.
You are always ready on Monday.
Still got all that. Because when you eat a lot, that's what I used to do, like when I was playing, right? Like on Saturday, because before the games I couldn't eat. I wouldn't eat nothing.
Yep.
So on Saturday, like the whole day just
loading up.
Junk. I'm talking about like
really
all kinds of like anything I want, but a lot of carbs, sugar, all of that type of stuff. And so the next day, it's still in you.
Burning all
so
that.
you just...
Yep. Did you eat big that night?
At night I would.
Okay.
Definitely.
You would
definitely
load up.
But I couldn't eat the day. So that's why I hated the night games, because I could only eat maybe a piece of toast or maybe like a bagel early in the morning that day, and I wouldn't eat nothing the rest of the day.
You just couldn't.
Couldn't do it. Yeah. Couldn't have any. I needed my stomach completely empty.
You need to be fast, and that was the thing you did. Yeah. A couple of good players I've been around. I won't mention their names because they haven't signed a form for me to mention, but they were great players, and they said the same thing.
Wouldn't eat, huh? Just empty.
One of them said, "Hungry dogs eat."
It's a fact.
No, hungry dogs hunt.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is why I was a marginal player.
There's a level of focus that comes when you're hungry. It's really strange.
People that fast, and they do that a lot, they talk about that. They talk about how they don't waste unnecessary energy because everything is about preservation to that next meal. So you're just not doing stupid stuff, right? So imagine that on the field where it's just, I got to do this. You didn't waste a lot of time on the sideline doing a bunch of nothing anyways, though.
When the footwork stuff getting ready. Nah, bro.
Just the warm-ups with the cleats.
Yeah.
This is our first podcast since the Super Bowl, isn't it?
It is, Jason.
A lot has happened.
A lot of stuff has gone on.
We got movers. We got shakers. We got a couple things to talk about before we probably dive into the draft.
I got something for you, J-Bell.
Okay, I'm listening.
I got something for you.
I am always willing to adjust on the fly.
Speaking of NFL. Speaking of the NFL.
Yes.
Heard some very, very interesting things.
Was it whispers?
Definitely not whisper. More of a shout, J-Bell. More of a shout.
Okay.
Apparently, our great friend Russell Wilson from the Seattle Seahawks, these are just rumors. Because here's the thing, J-Bell. There was a level of acrimony between the Pete Carroll and Snyder, the GM,
yes,
and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you started hearing stuff.
Yeah,
and they kept things quiet for a long time.
But there was just... And remember, we had the conversation. I was like, something happened there.
Your smell test.
Yeah, it's like something happened there.
Your smell test.
Right? That we just don't know about. Come to find out that apparently Russell Wilson wanted Pete Carroll and John Snyder fired.
Jeez.
Fired?
Okay. It's a lot to unpack.
Fired, J-Bell? So this is like, I'm all for player empowerment. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it, J-Bell.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, man. You can't go to the owners and say, I want my head coach and my general manager. Where are they doing that at?
Is that when?
What is that?
Is that situation why I didn't get a ticket to the show? Because
something ridiculous.
It's like is that when you feel like you got too much juice?
Did you? The guy who messed up and did you actually go to the head and see if you could get him fired? Like what is that, J-Bell?
You know, it's crazy to even think about that, especially by the kind of guy Carroll is. Like, you hear about him. I've played against him. I've been around him. And first thing it makes me think is, you know when somebody knows you too well, they got to go?
Yeah.
I feel like that might have been the situation.
I think so.
It's I've been figured out maybe?
Yeah. I've been found out.
And it's not my fault, or
they got to go.
They got to go.
Put me in position there.
On the flip side, what do coaches do? Coaches will turn over a roster, especially with veterans, when they need to change the voice in the locker room.
Yeah.
They need to say, okay, I've run out of things to say. I got to get a new regime in here of players that all this stuff is believable for the next 4 years. So you got to go, J-Bell, as a vet, because you know I'm just talking crazy.
Yeah. You know, I can't even imagine what the conversation would have been like if I would have went to John Mara of the Giants. Be like, hey, John.
You know what?
Coach Coughlin, not sure about. I think we need to get him. You know what John Mara would have done? Right then. He would have said, you know what?
Time for you to go.
He said, wait right here. Stay right here in my office. He would have walked downstairs. He would have got security.
To walk up with him?
They would have came and they would have dragged me out of their office. Right then, J-Bell, no matter what my contract was, right then, he would have said, you know what? It's time for you to get out of here, brother. It's time.
That is what I thought when you were going through this.
Yeah.
I thought, was that when it was over for him?
Yeah.
Was that when they said,
finished?
Oh yeah, this
Can't come back from that.
You can't. If you think you can say this to us, we got to move on.
Even though at this point, even the owners themselves were probably like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is too much.
Yeah,
we can't do this.
This is. And now that we're involved, we realize like, wow.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah. And then he went on to Denver and he's got his own office and parking space.
Yeah. For that's going to change though with a new coach.
Sean Payton, forget that.
Yeah, forget that.
Yeah, forget
but
that.
you called something earlier.
Yep.
Because in that absence, a guy that said, "Don't forget about me."
Yeah.
Geno Smith.
Big Geno.
Yep. Said they wrote me off. I didn't write back. Mm-hmm. He got the chalupa.
The big chalupa. Big check.
3-year deal.
Yeah.
100 something?
105 million. Only one thing missing now.
What's that?
Lizzo. That was the whole thing, is the big contract, Lizzo. Just Lizzo missing now. I'm waiting for it. Any day now, J Bell, you're going to hear about Geno Smith.
Shout out to Geno getting a check in the offseason. That was big. You called it. And, stability. I will say this. If you're a Seattle fan, NFC, there's a chance, man. You don't know who can come out of there. And he showed he could be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC, especially we don't know where Aaron Rodgers is going to be. It's a shakeup. Yo, you got a chance.
Happy for him.
Derek Carr.
Yeah, big Saints.
Yep.
Went to the Saints.
Nice move.
Yeah, I think so.
I do too.
He had a good defense. The system, I think, is going to fit him well. I've always liked Carr. Always liked that cat.
I believe Dennis Allen was at the Raiders when they drafted.
He was their head coach. Wasn't he the head coach?
Yep. Don't quote me, but I think I'm there. I should have looked this up, but makes sense. I know you as a person. Cool, come in here, steady the ship. He can be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC.
Yep.
Remember, it's all flipped. The AFC is the firepower, so that's a good move. I want to bring it back to something simple and know your thoughts on the last thing. My man Eric Kendricks, Minnesota Vikings, gets released, a linebacker, baller, had a good year. And it's one of those things where I want people to understand, like when you release a veteran this early, before the draft and for free agency, it's doing him a favor.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Like other people might look at it like, oh man, but it's saying, for whatever financial reasons you got to go, you don't fit, but now you get the pick of everybody. Because if you sign with a team before the draft, they're not going to draft a guy that high because they got you. So it's good looking out. Shout out to the Vikings for how they handled that. Hopefully Eric Kendricks can go somewhere really good and get him a championship. Good dude. UCLA Bruin. Got to give him love. But a lot is going on, man. A lot of things around the world. Something current that's happened that I'd love to hear your expert opinion on, and kind of the synopsis and the breakdown of what's happening is the election in your homeland, Nigeria. Can you break that down for those that don't know, and then give kind of your opinion on everything? I'm very fascinated by this.
Nigeria, incredible country, great resources, great natural wealth, 200 and something million people, supposed to be the giant of Africa. This is what they call it. But because of mismanagement, because of, corruption of our leaders, the country has been stuck in a rut. The people for so long have dealt with this level of corruption from their leaders that they've become apathetic. They don't even care about, because in their head, nothing is
they feel helpless.
Helpless. Nothing is ever going to change.
Which is what the people in power want them to actually do.
That's what they want, right? Nothing's ever going to change. This is what you got. So corruption now starts from the top, it goes all the way to the bottom. So all of a sudden, this man comes up. He decides he's going to leave one of those parties because he was a former governor in one of the states in the East, right? And he's always ran on anti-corruption. I'm not going to bribe anybody. I'm for education. I'm going to move Nigeria forward, right?
What's his name?
Peter Obi. Yeah. Now, Peter Obi is Igbo, and he's from my tribe,
from your
basically.
tribe.
And the Igbos generally, they fought a civil war, because they were trying to secede from Nigeria, lost the war. They've been marginalized ever since, right? So Peter Obi comes from this particular tribe. And the thought that somebody from this particular tribe who is a Christian can win the election is a non-starter. It's
Right.
not happening.
Marginalized group winning the election.
Yes.
No.
Not happening. Can't happen in the country. Peter Obi comes out. He says, I'm going to a new party, the Labour Party. I'm not going to pay anybody to get the party's nomination. I believe that there's a group of Nigerian people in the country who are sick and tired of all this nonsense that has gone on. They want to move Nigeria forward because this is supposed to be one of the greatest countries on earth. He believes this. This is what he's running on.
And he's listening to the people.
Listen
This is
to
what
the people.
they're saying.
This is what they're saying. Campaign starts. And like, yeah, Peter Obi, yeah, we hear you, but the North, the people in the North, Muslims in the North will never vote for you, Peter. What are you talking about? Get out of here. We started to hear from the Muslims in the North. They're like, yeah, actually, we will vote for this guy. Like, Well, the Yorubas, you know, in the Southwest, they'll never vote for this guy. Never. I mean, the guy who's running is Yoruba. I'm talking about from the ruling party. He's Yoruba. He's supposed to build Lagos up. Those guys will never vote for you. We started to hear from them. They were like, you know what? We actually will vote for you.
We like the message.
We like what you're saying.
Now the North, you've educated me on this before. They control the military.
Control the military, right? And
So
they're
the
Muslim.
Power, Muslim, control the
everything
military.
up there.
Got it.
So now, you know, the election is coming up and all the polls are saying, hey, this guy, Peter Obi, is going to win this election.
People are connecting with this message.
They're connected with this man's message. Now, for all the people who are on the outside, and we go back to Nigeria, you know, we love our country, we were a little skeptical. We're like, you know,
History says this can't happen.
this can't happen, right? There's just no way this is going to happen. Like they
all the old rules.
They will never allow this to happen. Election day comes out. The youth, everybody comes out in mass. They have this thing called INEC, which is the Electoral Commission, right?
Got
And
it.
so they spent $1 billion in this new system. You're not going to rig this election.
Computerized system.
Everything. The votes are supposed to go directly from the polling booth into the system right away. Upload them in
Right in
real
the cloud,
time.
boom. Yep.
Real time.
Yep. Right, real time.
Real time.
Yeah.
All the polls have indicated that a man, a Christian from the East, a marginalized, is going to win this election.
And they can see it right now.
They can see it right now.
Yeah.
They can see it right now. If Peter Obi wins this election, right? Nigeria, as you know it, can never be the same. It's finished. The old way of thinking, the tribalism, you're Igbo, you're Yoruba, it's over. Because in order for him to win, the North has to vote for him and the South has to vote for this guy in order for him to win this election.
You said the key word to young people.
Young.
They're like, we want change.
We don't care about none of this. We want change. Election starts. Votes start to come in. All of a sudden, them votes ain't being uploaded anymore.
At what point does that kind of start happening?
Right away.
Oh, once they see the volume.
Right away. They shut it off. They're like, oh, they're not. So all the other small mini elections that were going on, they were uploading those results immediately.
But not the presidential.
Not the presidential one.
Oh,
that one won't go in.
It stopped.
Everybody's like, yo, what is going on? What is going on here?
You told us this system is supposed to work.
They spent $1 billion on this.
Right.
They saw it working in other elections.
Yeah.
The presidential one, no chance.
Oh, wow.
So everybody's like, hey, what's going on? The guy at the head, he's like, oh no, we don't know what's going on. All of a sudden this isn't working. And then you start to see like the people at the polling units taking snapshots of
Real time.
This
is my vote.
This is the vote that's going on. And then the ones that start going into the election, you see them scratched off, Labour Party winning, you see them scratching off numbers, putting in different things. And we're all looking at this. We're sitting on the outside, we're like, this you guys are joking, right? Like we can see this.
You're not hiding behind a curtain.
Yeah, like we can all see this. 4 o'clock in the morning, after like 4 days, they announced the guy from the ruling party as the winner of the election. Bro, the country, right? I've never seen anything like this before. The country went in the morning, dead silence.
Oh, yeah.
Morning, bro. There was even the people who won, they weren't even celebrating. The country went silence. Everybody was just like.
They were stunned.
You mean to tell me, right?
This is not the will of the people.
This is not what the people want. And you're going to do this, and we can't do anything about it. Bro, there was a depression, right, that fell upon the country that I have never, ever experienced. But anybody you talk to were just like, I want you to picture what the people there are going through, right? Just picture this real quick, J Bell. Yeah. Picture this really quick. Imagine you've been suffering, struggling for so long. You don't see any way out. And then somebody all of a sudden shows up and says, you know what, J Bell? I'm going to give you this test, right? Here's this test. If you get 1,500 on this particular test, you're going to go to Harvard.
Yes.
We're going to put you into Harvard.
Yes.
And your life is going to be better from going to this school. All you got to do is score 1,500 on this test. You said, okay, cool. You start studying, like doing everything you can, not eating, pulling all your resources together to take this test. Test day comes, you take the test. You don't score 1,500, you score 1,800. Teacher says, takes your test, tears it up right in front of your face, and says, we're going to give that your score, we're going to give that to this guy right here who didn't earn it. What are you going to do about it? I want you to picture
rage. All I see is rage. They said, we are going to not look at these distractions, and we are going to vote for the person we feel like will put us in a good position. And guess what the power did then? They did what power does when distraction doesn't work. Use the power. Yep. But once you use the power, it's very clear of the corruption.
Exactly.
And this
Can't use it again. Very hard to use it again.
It's hard to use again. And this is my frustration, which what I see in the USA is that we got to get together enough to see exactly what the power's doing to then defeat it, instead of continuing to go for the play action fake over and over and over again, and then argue with each other in the secondary about whose fault it was.
Bam. Got nothing else, bro. That was outstanding, J Bell.
I mean, it's the donut.
Outstanding.
It's the donut. It's the donut, Osi. I miss these conversations. Thank you for...
It's interesting, man. Thank you for allowing me to vent.
Yeah, well, thank you for breaking it down to me, because I can read what I read, right? Mm-hmm. But I need to know, I've learned so much about Africa through you, and like, you got to understand how everything connects historically.
Yep.
So all these things you're saying, you've told me over the years, and I'm like, oh my gosh, so they've overcome tribalism?
Yeah.
What? Mm-hmm. Oh God, and all this kind of stuff. And then young people and forcing change, and now they know exactly what they have to do next because they've gotten together. That being said, it'll give us something to talk about next time. Ask Osi J Bell.
Okay.
Ask Osi, ask J Bell. It's that time. This is from Snyder. Hopefully not the Snyder that I'm thinking about. But this is from Snyder.
Not that Snyder.
Not that Snyder. Talk about power. That might give me some trouble. Quarterback merry-go-round, Osi. Who ends up where? And who will be the starting quarterback for my New York Jets on opening day? Love your podcast, loyal listener. This is a good time for this, because it was up to two guys, Derek Carr and Aaron Rodgers, and Derek Carr is now with the Saints.
Yep.
So
I still think there's one more that can be in there.
Throw it out there.
I think Aaron Rodgers or Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. I think Jimmy's, everybody's like, if
fallback.
Yeah. Which it makes sense, because
that's what he was in San Fran.
Right. Okay. Real quick on this. This is good. Saleh knows him, right, from San Fran, the head coach of the Jets. But there's one thing about Garoppolo. Of course, you want Aaron, but Garoppolo is a guy that the locker room loves.
Yeah.
And that's important.
It is.
He can be carried by a defense.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is in the AFC, man, you got to have firepower.
Yep.
You got to have firepower. But interesting. I like the Garoppolo thing, man. I forgot about that. Hit subscribe to the podcast. We're in our summer schedule, Osi. So that means we're not here every week.
Every other week.
Yeah, every other week. But make sure you don't miss an episode. So please, please, please subscribe so that doesn't happen, because there's going to be a lot of things going on that we got to catch up on in the world. We're reading a lot of books, so we're going to get into that and all the good stuff. Shout out to Lazy Boy. Lazy Boy.
Hit it one time.
Lazy Boy.
Yeah. Have they paid us this year? Or
I don't know, because I just got so much money flowing through.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
I just ain't checked my account. I ain't checked my account, bro. It probably
another 50 grand. I don't know.
Definitely not Lazy Boy with the transactions. Shout out to Lazy Boy. And Osi, my brother, thank you for the donuts. That was written from Simon in his handwriting. Thank you for the donuts. We're back in a couple of weeks. And just like this whole conversation right now, there's one word, one single word. Uprise, people.
All day.
Uprise.
Can you smell it?
It is. It's floating towards my face.